Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.
Edwards. Oh, Edwards! They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome to Wolves After Dark. Timberwolves win. Oh my goodness. I'm shaking. I was not anticipating. Guys, we were talking in the Discord. We were all complaining about how what a waste this season is going to be and how we were just like a championship contender last year. And now, oh, wrong mic. Golly. I had a feeling it was wrong. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Does this work? There. I think this works. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, my goodness. Something's working. I don't know. You can hear me. I think that's all. It's. I can't promise anything else other than that. Wow. Okay. My goodness. Timberwolves win 113-112. If you're new here, subscribe. But yeah, like the stream, all that stuff. Here, let me see if I can hear myself. Oh, it does sound weird. That's weird. That does not sound right at all. Well, here we can deal with it for a little bit, but first I have to shout out Crone with the 5 gifted before we even went live. Crone, seriously, appreciate you. You are the GOAT. Seriously, always here, always supporting us. Seriously, appreciate that. Now, more important things. Can we fix the mic live? This always happens when Ashwin's not here for some reason. I don't understand why that is the case, because it should be fine. I didn't really change anything. Weird, but oh yeah, a funny little thing we had going on in the Discord. Let's see. This sounds funny. This also sounds weird. I don't know. We might have to just deal with the mic being odd tonight. I don't really know. Because I can do this, but this is totally different. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The mic's it's in normal. We're just keeping it this way, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. We got to deal with it. That's okay. Yeah. We're not doing that crazy voice. I could also go extra crazy, though. Where could we go? We could go with some fun voices here.
Oh my gosh, this is music. Video of fire dragon. We can go with another one of these. Is what I need to do. Off the rails. Off the rails early. What is this?
I don't know. We're just trying everything now. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, all right. Cool. Well, now I gotta make sure my dog's not eating something. Okay, we're good. I thought my dog was eating something. Anyway, Timberwolves win. Oh my gosh, everybody get your hot takes off or whatever. Guys, this was a ridiculously important win. We have a brutal, as we were talking about the last time, we have a brutal schedule coming up. Like, ridiculously brutal schedule. Man, oh man. Crazy. Woo! Sabrina's here. You know, that means it's a big game. Oh my gosh, yeah, the mic does sound terrible. What if I do this? I don't know. Yeah, you want me to do one of the crazy ones? Could do one of the crazy ones. I wonder if it's not close enough. I don't know. This sounds weird. I don't really know how to resolve that. I'm gonna put this in so you guys don't hear echo. Now I can hear myself on a 10-second delay or whatever. It does sound just terrible. Well, you guys talk in the chat. You guys take care of this while I fix the audio issues here. But no, I'll keep chatting here. Yeah, super weird. Whoa. Oh, I had echo there for a second. I wonder if this is part of the problem. Let's see. Can that game be a season turnaround win? I think so, and I definitely hope so. I hope so. It needs to be. We need first off, Dante DiVincenzo had a game. Oh my gosh. It sounds fine, Tom Nash. I appreciate it. I think it does sound a little funky, but we're gonna deal with it because I can't. I'd have to restart the stream, and we're not doing that. Dante game. Like Julius actually had a really good game. Weirdly, he was making a lot of shots. I didn't really feel like he had a great game, but he kind of did. I guess it worked. Yeah. And then Ant, obviously, I'm not even really. I don't know why I'm not even counting this Ant buzzer. It wasn't a buzzer beater, but like game winner. It was a ridiculously huge shot. I'm more just focused on the fact that we came down from we were down like 15 with no time left. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Eric with the 5 gifted. First Crone now, Eric. I appreciate you guys. You guys are goats in the community. Seriously. Appreciate you both. Seriously. I wish Ashton was here to see this. What a game. Finch changed the lineups and it's better. It's been better. He has been doing a little bit of experimenting, but also he's just, I don't know. It's just more, the Finch problem is less. I mean, it was a lineup problem for a while, and there's still some lineup issues, but now it's a lot more of like, it's more like we just don't have ball movement. So like people like, or when we have ball movement, like John Krasinski tweeted something that I thought was kind of funny tonight. He was, as we were complaining about how everybody just stands while somebody ISO plays, it's like we might pass it to somebody, but they're not moving. It's just like really dumb. But John was like, lots of ball movement and happy feet or something like that. We were all like, what? What is everybody talking about? Oh, man. Butterfly says it was a 16-point deficit, and we had a 20-4 run. Also, the Rockets were celebrating with like 6 minutes left in the game as if they had won. And unfortunately, even after they celebrated, they started going on a little bit more of a run, which made me a little sad. But, yeah. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. That is pretty insane. Okay. Let's see, what else? Merry belated Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. It's karma. I thought that was a Kwanzaa comment, but no, it was karma. As you can hear, I'm still sick as well. So maybe that's also part of the audio problem. My voice isn't there. The Timberwolves just tweeted loud noises. I'm still screaming. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that we won that game. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Wow. Incredible. Ooh. I wonder. Oh, maybe I'm going to try something audio-wise, and I'm so sorry if it messes everything up. So everybody stay here. Nobody leave the stream. You have to promise me that you won't leave. Testing. Whoa, this might have done something. I don't know. Whoa, it fixed it. Everybody, W's in the chat. W's. That sounds amazing. We're back. Just like the Wolves. You thought there was no chance it was going to be fixed, and then boom, last second, cash. That's right. All right. Now we can actually start, and I can stop focusing on my settings. All right. Well, we got a lot of you here today. Like the stream if you haven't. If you're here on Twitter, join us on YouTube. The YouTube's where it's at. And I want to announce. Let me see here, actually. I'm not going to try to create more technical difficulties for myself today. But I do want to announce that coming up soon, I don't think it's going to be today because, I don't want to have the technical difficulties today. We're going to have some giveaways. I know I keep promising this, but we actually have some games coming up in the early part of January that we could do some giveaways for that I do have tickets for. Also, if anybody is interested, I'm kind of getting out all the business stuff before we get into like the tier list and stuff like that. I am going to be in Minnesota starting, I think, February 1st, or yeah, February 1st, basically. And I'm going to be going to 4 Timberwolves games that week. If anybody would like to do a WAD Squad meetup or Wolves After Dark something before the game, after the game, something, join the Discord. I'm going to make some channel for that so that we can kind of have maybe some like photos of people that go to the game. I mean, I know that it's not going to be like a lot of people, but like, the few people that we hang out with the Discord, the few of you that are here in chat, I've met some of you already, but I definitely want to have some more meetups. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do for the community. So, and maybe what I could do is I could try to get some like WAD Squad shirts together to give to everybody that shows up. That might be kind of fun too. And maybe do some ticket giveaways specifically for those games. We're coming up with ideas live. But anyways, join the Discord if you haven't. Like the stream if you haven't. But yes, I'm in on a meetup for sure. Yes. Butterfly says that would be fun. Yes. Boom. Yes. That would be fun. I'll meet up, but I'm not going to a game. Sabrina says, that's okay. That's okay. Boom. We can do it. All right. Just have an extra small ready for me. Okay. We'll have all sorts of sizes. I know we've got every size. I mean, I know because I had to make all the shirts for our merch before. We've got all sizes here. So we should have actually, Eric, I love this idea. A bowling event. That would be fun. That would be fun. Gerald will be there. Oh my gosh. Nick could make a drive. Okay, we might have to make a thing. I'll come up with like a poll so that people can choose like a date that makes the most sense for the most people, because I'm going to go to all 4 games. So cool. Well, anyways, and then as always, to be a participant in any of these giveaways, you have to subscribe to the stream. You have to like the stream, and it's preferred that you join the Discord, just because it's way easier to converse with you on Discord than it is here, because I can't private message you here. And we all know the issues that we've had in the past with contacting people through chat. So not great. But let's get into some more game specifics and let's get to the tier list. This game was all over the place. Here, let me share my screen here. I'm going to share the game flow. Let's do this. Let's make this a little bit better. Make my face big. Look at this game. I feel like we just never have like normal games. This year has been the game, like every game you could be like, oh man, that was kind of a weird game, or that was a terrible game. Like it's one or the other. And tonight, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to say this was a great game because of that excitement. I mean, look at the little little blip here at the end. But like realistically, looking at that third and fourth quarter was embarrassing. I said before the stream, I said, I'll stream tonight if I'm not embarrassed. And then right when we got to about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I was like, I'm embarrassed, but I'm going to go live anyways. And then, everything turned around. Pretty incredible. Did I get 4 and 4 the over under? Oh, yes. Yes, that's amazing. And you, Marcos, that's awesome. Perfect. We have the under over too. Yes, in the Discord. Nicole, quick question here. Let me go back to this. Quick question. Why do we keep losing our shit in the third and fourth quarters and blowing leads like that? Honestly, I mean, there's reasons, but I also feel like even if it's like, oh, you have bad rebounding or you're in foul trouble or whatever, I just feel like there's ways to overcome that. And of course, tonight overcoming that meant doing some ridiculous 20-4 run. But like Rudy was getting cooked a lot by Şengün, and Şengün is a unique, very skilled. He was pushing off a lot tonight, but like he still is a very skilled player. Clearly, I mean, we were like triple teaming him at the end, and he was still getting to the line. Also, we were putting Julius Randle on him, which I loved that Ant was like, oh, Julius was playing great defense. I love that he's trying to do the same thing that he kind of did with Cat and the fouls and stuff like that, kind of jokingly, but man. And yes, Mason, the ball does get sticky, but that's kind of from the beginning too. It's not like we're that great at ball movement altogether. It's just a weird, it's very weird. And shots just get cold too, because like a lot in the first half, we are a little bit more ISO heavy. But we're hitting shots in the first half, and then the second half it's just not happening. So I don't really know. I don't know the answer, and it seems like it's a different answer every single game. But
Okay, Disco, yes. I don't understand if Julius is going to gamble at the 3-point line for a reach-in foul or whatever, is trying to get a steal. If he's going to gamble for that, somebody please try to. I mean, he's at the 3-point line and you get two people in the paint. Just stand there and take it. And if he's going to be able to float it in with Randle on him and somebody that he could charge into, just let it happen. Honestly, at that point. However, I guess tonight that was the best thing to do, was to foul him, because he was missing some free throws and clutch moments. But yeah, Mason, yes. Rudy from the line tonight, yikes. I'm not going to overreact too much to him missing from. He has had a couple bad games in a row here, because his season numbers have been really good. He really has been good tonight, but my throat hurts. My throat is red for me screaming the last 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. This was like the first game that I actually got like a little like emotion, like physical emotion happened when I was watching the game. I started like clapping and bouncing up and down in my chair. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Taking the charge would stop him from driving to the basket after a while. Well, yeah, that's true too. Wow. Well, you guys are giving grades out. Let's go to the tier list and let me share that. Share this instead. Boom. There we go. Okay, that works. That fits. Let me get this actually a little bit lower though. There we go. And maybe I'll do this. There. Sort of. Okay. Awesome. Let me pull up stats here. If you're new here, we have a lot of people here tonight. I appreciate that. And again, if you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It really does help a ton. Trust me, I know I'm very picky with my likes on YouTube because I don't want to sway my algorithm too much. But you're all Wolves fans. So if you like this, that helps a lot. And that helps our numbers go up and get to more people. Think of this. I mean, our Discord started with like 2 people, me and Ashwin. Then it went to like 4 people. And then it's gone to this nice place now, and the stream chat too. So if you like the stream, that seriously does help a lot. Also, subscribe too. Seriously, we would appreciate that. But besides that, also, we're on Spotify and Apple Play Podcasts, but I haven't been uploading lately because 1, I'm lazy, and 2, the audio issues. I'm not uploading something like that. So anyways, all right, tier list by myself. A1, for those of you who are new, unforgettably good game. You're going to tell your children about it someday. I don't know if anybody is tonight, but it's the first time that you might have a conversation about this. Glenn Taylor is unforgettably bad game, like on the like the exact opposite of A1. You might tell your children about it because it was that bad. Meh, you kind of went unnoticed. Cash is a very hot shooting performance. And then old tier is dynamic and moves up and down. Spoiler, it's Mike Conley's tier. So we'll see where that goes tonight. And maybe Rudy. We'll see. And maybe Rudy tonight. So, all right. Well, let's start with everyone that everybody's talking about in chat. Dante DiVincenzo. Get your grades in for Dante DiVincenzo. White Dante's cat. Jesus. Dante DiVincenzo. Let's read off the stats here. Where is he? There he is. Dante DiVincenzo played 36 minutes. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3. He had 22 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals. I mean, if there was any performance that you needed to base off of cash, I feel like this is the performance. I could even see an argument for A1. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm going to... the only reason I would maybe remember this game past this year would be because it would be like the first time that Dante DiVincenzo shot really well for us in a game. But I don't think it's cash. I don't think it's A1. I do think it's cash. I think this is a very good cash performance. We need this. You know, before the game in the Discord, I kind of manifested this happening. I was like, we need Dante to have a good game and have Minot or Dillingham play decent minutes. And we had one of those things happen. Dante had a great game. We need him, win or loss, to be as productive as he was tonight and just stay at this level of production. Of course, he's not going to shoot 6 of 10 from 3 every single game. But if he can just have, you know, somewhere in the realm of like 3 to 5 threes, shooting 10 or more a game, you know, if he can just score like 15 points, that's fantastic. And he filled in a little bit for Mike when Mike was pretty bad tonight. But if Dante hit the game winner, it's A1. Actually, big boy, coming from the person that is always calling me out for tierflation, that's actually accurate. If he would have hit the game tonight, I would not have forgotten this game. But yeah, no, this was an easy cash plus game, if anything. So yes. Next, let's do Josh. Josh is up. Shout out Dante DiVincenzo. We've been talking a little bit badly about you lately, but this was valid. Josh Minot played 5 minutes and 49 seconds, 1 of 1, and it was a 3. He got a steal. He had an assist. I mean, honestly, this was like a great almost 6 minutes of play. I don't understand why it was only 6 minutes. He kind of feels like an interesting player to put in when Ant goes out, and I know that Ant's not going out that often, but that's also kind of the point, because like Ant doesn't do, even though Ant kind of talked a big game about this in the offseason about like he learned so much from Curry and he's going to move off ball so much. I'm not saying that hasn't happened at all, but like he's standing in corners like Wiggins a lot. So we have to acknowledge that to some degree. And Minot's moving. Minot is moving the entire time he's out there, basically. So, or at least the moments I'm looking at, which there's not many to look at. So Minot, I love the energy he brings. He's an interesting player to bring in. I mean, he kind of like stymied Lively in the last game. I'm starting to see the vision with Minot. Why not Minot? Hard to say with a cold. But yeah, I think Josh. I think this was fantastic, and I hate Finch for not playing him more. So I think it's an A. I mean, I think this was a really, really good game. I loved this game from Josh, and I just want to see more, which is crazy to say. Also, is Minot? I meant to confirm this. How old is Josh Minot? Is Josh Minot really 21 years old? If he's 21 years old, I am switching my tune on Josh Minot. Because I was under the impression that he was like 23 or 24 or something like that. Not this, that's like so crazy. He's 22. Okay, but I mean, still, he's 22. That's pretty good. Why not Minot? Exactly. He's 22. That's younger than Ant. I'm immediately over the last few games of seeing him when he has played, I've converted to being like, I don't want Minot in any trades if we're going to do any trades. I want him now. Like, I want him to develop because it feels like he could. He had a 3 tonight. He hit a 3. Like, he only shot once and it was a 3 and he made it, and Finch said, yoink, you're out of here. That was tremendous 5 minutes. Now let's sit you for the rest of the game. I don't understand. But anyways, that's enough about Josh Minot. I've talked longer than he played, which is sad. So yeah, barely 22. That's impressive. I am so in, but he doesn't play that much because of business, you think, and he can cost more in the future. It could be that June. That is a possibility. There's some weird politicking and stuff that can go on with decisions like that too. You can maybe say that about Rob too. But yeah, and Terrence Shannon. But I'm all in on Minot right now. I wish there was a bet that I could go to the casino and place on Minot for like next year being productive or something like that, or even this year. But a lot of that depends on Finch. Anyways, again, I've talked longer than he played. Josh Minot is an A. Should have played more. Who's next? Let's do a semi-sad one. Everybody get your grades in for Naz Reid. Okay, Jared, that's a hot take, but I don't want to get too negative on Jaden. We're going to talk about Jaden in a little bit. I have been pretty positive about Jaden because I do see him trying for rebounds, which is a low bar. I understand, but he has done it. So we'll talk about that later. But that's a hot take, but I almost don't hate it. Get your grades in for Naz Reid. Naz Reid, 6 of 12. Wow, that was better than I expected. But he was 1 of 5 from 3. He had 14 points. He fouled out of the game. Only had 2 rebounds and 1 assist. I had a block and a steal. He was a plus player tonight. He was our highest plus player tonight. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, maybe I was thinking this was kind of like a down game for him for some reason. And I think it was just the fouls. I think my brain is just remembering the fouls and the complaints. That really bothers me. I hate the complaining. It reminds me of Towns. I'm sorry, I mentioned him. I'm never going to go a stream without mentioning Towns. But yes, actually, and maybe that's also what I'm remembering here. So Crone, this is a good point. Timely buckets. He hit timely buckets. I wonder, I don't think I have the same kind of breakdowns that Ashwin has for the game. Yeah, no, I don't. Because I used to have the ability to look up quarter stuff, but I don't right now. But he had a great fourth quarter. His fourth quarter was, oh, yes, I do. He had 9 points. 9 of his 14 points were in the fourth quarter. He was a plus 11 in the fourth quarter. And that's where he got a rebound and assist. So, I mean, it was timely. Before that, though, I'd say the first 3 quarters, I was just not loving it. Not many shots going in, lots of fouls. Even though he did foul out, I mean, he was our highest plus minus player tonight. And that hustle play after he hit a 3, or I think he hit a 3, then they went down, missed. We came back. He shot a 3, missed it, got his own rebound, got the putback. That was awesome. That was a huge play. Tearflation for Nas. A. Yeah, I think I kind of want to go with a B. I don't know. Someone has to tell Nas to stop worrying about the refs. Yeah, I just don't know who's going to do that. It's like ingrained now. Unfortunately, this was one thing. Even though Towns was a good teammate, some of this stuff just rubbed off on people. And maybe this was just not. This is just built into Nas before Cat too. But it's just so similar to Cat. And obviously we see Ant now arguing with refs a lot of the time, getting fined for calling out refs. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with a B for Nas. Timely buckets. If he didn't play the first 3 quarters the way he did, would have been higher. I put him as the thumbnail because I thought that he was going to be. I thought he was going to have a really good night because he's played some decent games against the Rockets in the past, if I remember correctly. So I was kind of ready. By the way, I had a thought during the game. This is weird, like off topic a little bit, but the Rockets almost seem like the Suns of last year, where the Suns swept us every game of the season, and then we go to the playoffs, take them seriously, and then we sweep them. We won tonight, but like they kind of feel like they could have a really good regular season record, and then once they get to the playoffs, it would just be like once you dissect a team like you do in the playoffs, you would be able to just stymie them immediately. So, anyways, Nicole, good point. He had the Şengün assignment, and honestly, though, there's really like nobody on our team that can really handle Şengün. Even if we still had Cat, I don't really believe in that because Şengün's he's just weird. He's got that low center of gravity that is just really difficult for Rudy to handle. Nas is kind of like foul prone. And like Randle, I guess, is like maybe one of our better ones. Realistically, we need Kyle Anderson. We need Kyle Anderson for Şengün. Maybe Garza. Yeah, Randle actually was okay. Dystopia, Utopia. I actually agree. It wasn't that bad. It kind of reminded me of when Towns was on Jokic and Nas was on Jokic in the playoffs. It was kind of like, oh, this is maybe acceptable. But yeah. And Capo says, like the stream. I agree. We're at 27 likes. Oh, my stream stopped over here. Weird. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Start talking to me. Yes, we all miss Kyle. Okay. Next. Who? I'm talking about players too often. Nikhil Alexander Walker. 29 minutes. He was 4 of 9. Get your grades in for Na. 4 of 9. 3 of 7 from 3. Again, another timely player, I believe. It felt like it to me. Fourth quarter stats. He had 8 points. So Na and Nas combined for 17 points in the fourth quarter. That's huge. He was 3 of 5 in the fourth. Also had 3 assists in the fourth. Big time shots by Na. Na is, he's just becoming a really reliable player for us. We cannot give up Na unless we are getting something massive in return. Like, he's just too clutch for us. Anyways, he had 11 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Only 1 personal foul. That's pretty good. I think he's getting away with some fouls, though. But, yeah, Peter Davis agreed. Na has been awesome. He has been amazing. Nah has always been an A this season. Nah, yes, A. Yeah, Nah has been incredible. Um, Super consistent. Joker Nation, welcome back. Big comeback tonight. Very big. Very big. Yes, I love it. Şengün is a little bit of a foul merchant, but he still is very talented. It's kind of like a floppier Jokic. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, anyways, Nah was an A tonight. I don't really have a ton to add. I mean, it's just the same game every time from Nah. You just get a steady shooter, catching. Like he also drives too. Like he's versatile and a great defender. He didn't get the defensive stats tonight, but he's always causing havoc when he's on defense. He's getting over screens, fighting through screens, drawing a lot of offensive fouls, a lot of offensive fouls. So it's good, very good. I wish I had more to say, but really, it's just that clutch fourth quarter. So, anyways, next, who do we got next? I think we're on to the starters. We are. Let's start with the worst. The two worst, maybe. I don't know. I'm not trying to sway your guys' votes. But you get your grades in for old Mike Conley. I think we're going to start calling him that. 23 minutes, 1 of 5 from the field. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 3 points. And he was a team second low, minus 17. I don't know what to think about Mike Conley. Oh, I mean, no matter what, it's old tier. But where does old tier go? I kind of think it's below D'Lo. I think it's old, below D'Lo. He just doesn't look good. His shots all look pretty bad, which is, I think that's super concerning to me. Of course, I don't really understand because I'm not a basketball player. I'm not in the league, obviously. But it's just like, how can the shot get this much worse? Because hypothetically, he should just be working on threes. Or threes are just making shots. Like his floater's gone, his threes are gone. It's just really sad. Last season even though it wasn't like the best of shooting, we'd still get some production. It was certainly like we got production from him, even if it was 3 out of 10 or something like that. And it was critical at times. But this season, I don't know. It just doesn't feel good. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if it is just an old thing. But it is sad. It's very sad. How many minutes did he play? How many minutes did he play in the fourth quarter? I feel like he didn't play like any. I don't remember. Let's see. He played 3 minutes in the fourth. Yeah, and 6 minutes in the third. He's a first half merchant. And by merchant, I mean minute merchant, just playing in cardio. That's about it. I love you, Mike, but you're old tier until further notice. It's very bad. He'll be okay by by the end of the season. I hope so. I really do hope so. But I hope that also means that Dillingham gets some run. Here's the thing. I know that I'm playing both sides here because I both want Dillingham to get minutes, but I also know that every time we play him, other than like maybe 2 games this season, he's been a massive negative in the plus minus. Like he's just been bad. So I want both things. I want him to play and I want him to not be negative when he's on the court. But I think you're going to get a little 50-50 when he's out there. But we haven't been playing fantastic this year. I don't know. Anyways, that's Mike. He's old tier. Next up, potentially another old tier. Rudy Gobert, 3 of 5, 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Yikes. What is he on the season for free throws? I should look at that. I feel like he's not. He's 73% on the season, which is really good. That's super acceptable. If he can shoot 73 on the season, I am fine. If he ends the season with 73 or more percent shooting from the free throw, I'm fine. Did I say 3 from the free throw? But tonight was a bad night. So this means that the next game he's going to have to shoot 8 of 8 or something because it's just, that was just a really bad thing. He had 9 rebounds, only 2 personal fouls, and only 7 points. And he was a team low negative 18, minus 18. Mason, Yeah, honestly though, I kind of think this is old. I think this is old. Old ass Rudolph. I think this is old. It's sad. Honestly, the thing that I'm getting a little concerned about, and I know that Rudy just had like a decent game last game against Dallas, so I'm not trying to go like super crazy. And he's had a fine season. Like he hasn't really had that bad of a season. Um, but his contract situation, I know we just redid the contract, but he's in there for a while and he's got a player option. Rudy did get cooked, Nicole. Nicole says Rudy got cooked and Şengün was the chef. I didn't know what that said at first. Yeah, it was really bad. June, it was bad for your Rudy. I'm so sorry. But there's just unfortunately with Rudy Gobert, there are just these matchups that just don't work for him. And then there's other ones where it does work. Now, we had the issue of not being able to name those the last time we played, our last stream we had. But, he does have good games. It's not like he's totally bad. It's not like Mike Conley, where Mike Conley's like missing completely. It's bad. Rudy shows up at least I know this doesn't sound good, but at least half the time he's showing up. But I still think it's old. I mean, this was just a really bad game for him. Getting dominated, not getting your free throws. I mean, if he hits his free throws, we're not even concerned about the end of the game there, although it was very fun. We like the drama, but yeah, he got worked by him. It was bad. So yeah, not good. Okay, well, that's Rudy. I don't want to talk about the bad stuff. Let's talk about some good. Actually, let's get one more bad out of the way. Jaden McDaniels. I'm so sorry, Jaden. I love you, Jaden. I love everything about you. But the on the court stuff today was kind of not it. Get your grades in for Jaden McDaniels in the chat. 20 minutes. He only played 20 minutes. Foul trouble was part of that. 1 of 6, 0 of 2 from 3. Didn't get to the line once. Had 5 rebounds. That is one thing he has consistently improved on over the last, 2 weeks or something like that. He really has, and he is, again, I know I said this last stream, but he is out efforting people, even Timberwolves, for the rebounds. So I appreciate that, and I think that is valid. He had 3 steals, did have 4 fouls, only 2 points. Had some pretty ugly misses too. Like he had that one where he got the inbound steal and then he just like rushes it, a layup where he's right there. It's kind of messy and then he misses, just bad. And there were a couple times tonight where I felt like he had open lanes where he could have maybe tried to jam it on somebody. I wish he would have. But yeah. Okay, we've got some grades in. Nicole says D'Lo. Oh, June. Jaden is a team player and a system player. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, Nick Anderson, Glenn Taylor tier. Jaden was Wancho. Oh my gosh. Joker says Jaden is just shaking his head. D'Lo. This man, Jaden, is not it. Jaden, meh, because he showed up when he could in defense. Yeah, meh. Jaden couldn't even get a basket in the paint. I know it's embarrassing. You have to have more points. Exactly, Matthew. You have to have more points than 2 points if you're an NBA starter. Even if you're a defensive player, you just have to have that. You have to find ways to make buckets. And it's such a struggle for him. It's crazy. Jaden is currently what kills our spacing and all of our. Yeah. Who said this? Oh, I can't remember who said it in the Discord. Somebody said it so well. It's like you can't have 3 players in your starting lineup that score single digits. Like, yes. And Jaden is a big part of that because Rudy, you understand a little bit more because he's a center. And traditionally the older centers don't like go crazy scoring wise unless they're more of like a Towns or like I don't even know, like a Gasol or I'm trying to think of like older names and stuff like that. But like, this a center is like acceptable to have like 10 and 10 or whatever, as long as they're getting rebounds and blocks. That's the main thing. Your point guard in Mike Conley has to score more than 3 points. Yeah, so Mike Conley, Gobert, and Jaden combined for 12 points tonight, and they're 3 of your starters. That is atrocious. That is like so bad. Of course, Jaden and Rudy have that defense, so that does help. I'm not discounting that entirely, but it is bad. You have to have more. Did Jaden and Mike? Yeah, exactly. It was only like 12 or whatever I just said. It's bad. How much? And that's the other thing. You look at Jaden's contract, and it's a little scary as well. I know that, like, obviously, Ant likes Jaden. Ant liked Carl. Ant likes everybody. um, but it is something you might have to start considering. Like, if there's a value for Jaden McDaniels, I don't want to trade him because I like him. I think his personality is the most relatable of anybody on the team. But yeah, I don't know. It's it can't be this bad. It just, you have to be able to score more. And stay out of foul trouble. A lot of his fouls are really stupid fouls too. I just hate them. So I don't think it's a Matt tonight. I think I'm gonna go lower. I think it's a D'Lo tonight. D'Lo's kind of the wrong word for this because it wasn't like he chucked a bunch and what didn't convert or something like that, or turned it over a bunch. He did have a couple turnovers, but it was noticeably worse than Matt, I think, in my mind, in my opinion. Tycoon says keep Jaden. I think I'm still more so in this camp because at the moment I don't know what you're going to get for Jaden if you trade him. Like, what are you going to get? If you told me you could trade Jaden and get Cam Johnson or somebody like that, I might start sweating a little bit, like, because that kind of spacing, you might be able to afford. You might be able to afford the loss of defense. But it would be really sad to lose Jaden. Jaden's young too. I mean, Jaden's only 23, 24 or something like that. So I don't want to lose Jaden. But with the contract that he has, it's not even like I'm trying to hate on him. He's 24. It's not even like I'm trying to hate on him. It's just literally you have to either be defensive player of the year or you have to have produce some amount on offense. It cannot just be a decent amount of defense. It has to be like so noticeable that the national media is talking about it, which is, I mean, not where we are. So, Ural Dixon. Haven't seen your name. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Sorry if you've been here before. Trade Jaden, Rudy, and Jaden again for an all NBA All-Star. See, but we can't do that. We can't trade multiple players for one player. You have to get the same amount of players that you trade back in a trade, which is what makes this season ridiculously difficult to make any deals. I think next season we have a little bit more of an option, but you could do. I mean, I think that honestly, you've got the right mindset, though. I think that's probably what Tim is thinking down the road. I think Tim thinks like, hey, in a year or two, if we aren't competing for championships, you're probably looking to trade somebody like Jaden to, maximize what you can out of Ant. But yeah. Oh, Julius. Yeah. Julius. Yeah, you could do that, but you do need to trade the same amount of players. It gets really obnoxious trade wise, rule wise. So, but I guarantee Jaden is going to go off against us. That's what every Timberwolves player does, though. Honestly, like if I was thinking about this, imagine if we trade Julius now. He was a Timberwolves killer before he was on the Wolves. Imagine if we trade him now. He is going to go for 60 every single night against us that he plays. So we need to trade him to like the Pistons or something. But yeah, I don't know. He wants to win, but struggles to execute. Yep, it's true. But he needs to step up. So anyways, let's get to some fun ones. Let's do Julius Randle. I think this is a fun one. Maybe. 36 minutes. Get your grades in for Julius Randle. He was 10 of 16. I don't know why I can't believe that, but apparently he was. He was 5 of 6 from 3. I don't even remember him taking 6 threes. I don't know. I must have been looking away every time that was happening. I was chatting a decent amount in the Discord in the first half. When did his points come? I have to pull this up now because I'm like, wait, when did this happen? He only got to the line once for 2 free throws. He had 27 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. He's kind of turning into a little bit of a triple-double threat every night. But Julius Randle, 27 points. He was 27, 8, and 8. Fantastic. He had 5 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second quarter, 5 points in the third quarter, 9 points in the fourth quarter. So we had a lot of people produce for us in the fourth quarter. So we had Randle, and Nas all perform for us in the fourth quarter. That's really good. That's good. Okay. And he did have that nice dunk at the end. He's kind of got a surprisingly nice dunk. I didn't really see that from him. But Yeah, this was a good game. I mean, I'm still seeing a lot of issues. I mean, he did have 5 turnovers, so it was certainly not like a perfect game. 3 fouls, whatever. He was guarding Şengün for a little while. He was a +2 tonight. I don't know how to feel about this game because I really, I mean, like he scored a lot, yes, but he's still having a lot of those lapses on defense. I wonder if it's best to have him play somebody like Şengün in this situation because it keeps him engaged defensively. Like he can't relax if he's going up against Şengün. Um, it's almost like you need him to be engaged in some kind of defensive activity instead of just like like standing in the corner, kind of keeping an eye on somebody. Like he has to be like on ball defense. We can have a lot of defenders that are like that. So yeah, I don't want to hate too much though, because this was like a good game, and I think I'm agreeing with everybody in chat. Julius is a B. Last 2 games he did well. B, not perfect, but yep. B, yeah. Julius is so bad on defensive end, unless this guy has the ball. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why Şengün, like having him being on Şengün and Şengün just getting the ball all the time might be like the key here. But yes. Oh, man, I gotta watch that game winner from Ant again. I'm like craving to see it. But Julius, I think it's a B. I think it's a solid B for him tonight. Great scoring. This is the kind. I mean, again, there were so few games where Cat and Ant both went for like 25 plus, and I know Ant only had 24 tonight, but like still, there were not many games where the 2 of them went off, and we've already had multiple where Julius and Ant have, and it's only like a third of the way through the season. I'm not trying to make everybody like not want to trade Julius because trust me, like there are some moments where Julius is on the court and I'm like, wow, this is ridiculously frustrating. But there might be something to us just giving this a year, and seeing how it plays out. Maybe I'm not 100% on that. I'm just saying that. I don't even necessarily believe that because I really have struggled with Randle a lot this season. But maybe. So I think it's a B for him tonight. I'm good. I am not sure without Julius we will be better. We'll see. In June, I think my argument, if I had to make one against that, is that it's like, I don't know if we're any worse without him. Like, I kind of think we're almost the same team. I don't know that it hurts us to lose him because he is a little bit of a turnover machine. Tonight, obviously, he scored enough. But, like, I just don't know. It feels like we could have somebody else out there, even like Dante, but I know that's not, or Nas. We want Nas out there. And there's a part of me that really likes that possibility of Nas being the starter and then Dante being the primary 6th man coming off the bench. Because right now, Dante's being kind of pushed all the way to like the 7th player, which is crazy because last season, even though he was a little bit of a 6th man, he was really playing well for the Knicks and being like a major part of them. And that's why Nas, I think, is okay with being the 6th man because he can still get his own in the role that he has. But it's like if you lose him, then you get more of a role for Nas and Dante. That sounds kind of nice to me. But like what we need to have happen, and I don't want this to happen. Like I'm not trying to wish injury upon anybody, but we need like Randle to take like a week off or 2 weeks off or something like that so that we could see what it's like to have Nas as the starter and then Dante as like the 6th man. And then whoever other player fills in, whether that's Minot or somebody. I'm just curious. I just want to play with that lineup. And maybe they will. Maybe the goal is just to stay within playoff striking distance or within the playoffs so that you can test some things out during the regular season. Then the playoffs, you just go ham. I don't know. But Dystopian Utopia had an idea. Let's see. If they would just play Randle opposite of Rudy, it would work out a lot better. That too. Yeah, because those two, Randle is forcing it now to Rudy, and Rudy is just, again, Rudy's just not the person that he's not a ball handler. He can't do this. And you have to give it to Rudy perfect, which is not what's happening. So, anyways, that's enough on Randle. Let's go to the game winner, Anthony Edwards. Get your grades in for Anthony Edwards. 35 minutes, 9 of 17, 4 of 8 from 3. He hit 3 threes, I think, in the first quarter, and I thought he was going to be going for Malik Beasley immediately. And maybe he did pass them. I don't know. I don't know where they are together. But maybe I can pull that up actually real quick. Let's see. Well, everybody's getting their grades in. 3-point. Oh, it doesn't show 3-point made on here. But either way, he has 4 of 8. Only got to land a few times, 2 of 3. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. This is a good game. I'm not trying to go like I don't even know what to say about Ants because the beginning of the game was a very good game. Like the first quarter, I was like, yes, I like this. But then so let's look at it by the numbers. Okay, first quarter, 13 points. Amazing. Clearly, like this was Ant engaged. We were like, yes. Second quarter, he only plays 5 minutes, but he scores 4 points. That's kind of expected. He doesn't play as much, whatever. Third quarter, here's where the problem is. He comes out in the third quarter, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. We come out in the third quarter, and it just is like no energy. Ant, 9 minutes, 1 point. 0 of 3 from 3. 0 of 4 from the field. A turnover, a personal foul, just not good. And then the fourth quarter, 8 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds. And of course, 3 of those points were on the game winner. So he's coming out with energy recently, but it's like he can't maintain that energy past halftime. And I'm not sure what you need to do in order for that to happen. Because I don't, maybe you play him way less in the third quarter or something. Give him like a quick 6-minute burst and then he comes back for like the last 9 or 10 minutes instead of just like the last 7 or 8, like Finch has been doing. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some grades in chat. You can't not have an A for the game winner. See, I do agree with you there. He has to be at least an A. Now we get into the tiernomics. Borderline A1. A1. Cash only because he hit the game winner. Yeah, I don't know. Cash is usually for like a really good shooting performance, and not that he had like a bad shooting performance. It's just not like Dante's where he was like crazy hot from 3. But I think it's valid to have the game winner maybe give you cash. Maybe. But as I say that though, Nick and Capo say only an A. Let's see. He was an A. He was an A. Overall A. Minus. Yeah, no, I'm not doing A1. Personally, I wouldn't have this as an A1 because I will remember that shot probably for a little while. But also, this is just like a regular season game against the Rockets. I don't know. It would have had to be like a crazy, like how his performance against like the Pacers last year, where he just dominated the fourth quarter, and that was like crazy. But yeah, it's not an A1. A1 because I will remember this game and the game winner. I don't know if I agree, June. Me personally, of course, but I'd be down with cash. Still, Tycoon. I can't believe we won this game. The quickness in which it turned around to, because like at the 6-minute mark in the game, I'm starting to like set up the camera, set up my mic, which of course failed tonight. I'm like doing all that, getting everything ready, getting my like water ready for me so that I don't run out of water. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, gotta get ready for the worst game, or worst, like talking about how we're losing all these games now. And it's like, boom, we're back in it just immediately. So, you know what? Earl Dixon's here. Cash. I think we're going to go with cash. Cash for the game winner. Not necessarily. I do agree with everybody that's saying that it's an A overall game, though, because I do think it was like probably an A. The third quarter is concerning. The third quarter is very concerning. The fourth quarter is less concerning that he didn't score as much because we had like Nas, and Randle going off. I mean, they combined scored like 24 points or something like that in the fourth quarter. So, like, or more, maybe even 26. I don't know. They scored a lot of points combined. So, it's somewhat okay with that. Of course, you still want your star to be taking over. But I'll take it. I think cash is acceptable. And then Finch, I don't even know. I don't like grading Finch. He's all over the place. I do feel like he's lower, though, because we just don't have any ball movement. And that's not a tonight problem. That's like an in general problem since day one. Like, he has talked about flow since day one. When have we ever had flow? Actually, I can tell you. We had Flo at the beginning of preseason last year. Preseason last year, seriously, go back. If you have League Pass, go back and watch the preseason games that we played before last season. It is insane, the ball movement. And even a little bit the first couple games of the season. We're moving, we're throwing lobs, we're getting tons of great action, and all of that is gone. None of that is happening anymore. And a lot of the time when he's pressed on it a little bit more, he kind of just says, like, yeah, flow will kind of find itself. Like, it's not something that I need to dictate. It's something that just needs to happen. That just doesn't happen. Like, at least with our players. I don't know if it's just our players just can't conceptualize and execute flow, or if it's that I don't know. I just think they need plays run for them. They just need plays run for them. So Finch is always Wancho or Glenn Taylor. He has no idea what he's doing. No, I think he thinks he has an idea of what he's doing, but I don't know. Last season, when I would criticize him and his play calls or lack of play calls, it would be like the next game or two, he would just show me wrong, and then we would play really well or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be a long game with Finch. I don't think we're gonna have any Mike Brown situations where he gets fired mid-season. I think that he's kind of in it for, at the minimum this year. Honestly, I think he's probably, unless of course it would have to be like catastrophic. Like if we miss the playoffs by a lot, then all bets are off. You know, like if we finish as like the 12 seed or something like that, and we didn't get injured, and it just looked really bad, then of course he could be gone. But I think we're gonna make the playoffs. Even if it is through the play-in. And I think that we're probably gonna, even if we go to the play-in and lose, I don't think he's gonna lose his job. I think that would be a next year conversation. So yeah. But I agree. He's like Wancho or Glenn Taylor most of the time. I just don't understand. So I don't know. Anyways, I don't get, yeah, Mike. Well, it sounds like the management there is weird because Mike Malone was talking about it too today. He's like, well, apparently he got a phone call to be fired. It's just all kinds of weird. So weird. But yeah, Tycoon Finch is going to be here for a long time. He could go to FJD. You're not wrong. He could go on old. He is old. He's older than maybe all of us. Yeah. Cool. There's the tier list. Whoop. There's the tier list. Yeah, pretty decent. Wish we could have seen some Dillingham. Joe Ingles was active tonight. We didn't get the 2 seconds of Joe Ingles that we've been promised when he's active, but and I think we're 2-0 in games where Joe Ingles plays only 2 seconds or less than 5 seconds, I'll say. Cool. Well, on to the schedule. This is a fantastic win for us tonight. Oh, maybe I should try to pull up the game winner. We can get banned on YouTube now because it doesn't matter now that we did this. Where is this game winner? It's got to be here someplace. Oh, yeah. And Ant's interview afterwards was funny. Let's do this. Let's pull this up. Where is this? Oh, that's after. Okay. What a shot. What a shot. Okay, let's see. Can I share this? Let's do this. Let's put it in HD. Heck yeah. Okay, now let's share. Oops, wrong thing. Share this tab. There we go. Oh, maybe I have to do this. Yikes, that's gross looking. Let's do this. More technical difficulties. Please pause. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Boom. Okay, let's watch it. Hopefully this doesn't flag us. And if it flags us, it's been great knowing you all. Like the stream. But let's watch Ant hit the game winner.
Missed it.
Oh, I can't hear it, so hopefully you can.
2-point game.
I wonder, actually, wait. Maybe I have it on mute. Yes, I do have it on mute. Okay, here we go.
So that's 2 for 1. Randle's been cooking with 27 points. Didn't have a look at 3. Gave it up to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker to Edwards. Edwards, step back 3. Cash! 23.2 to go.
They're not calling timeout.
My
Wolves
goodness.
on top. Crowd on its feet. Sengun battling with Randle. And now it's Van Vliet. 10 on the clock. Sengun Monster night. The double comes. Van Vliet for three. No. Long rebound. Edwards. And good night.
My goodness. Okay.
A monster comeback.
That's awesome. I want to see if there's like a better like replay or something like that. I have to see this. Let's see. Because I thought he was out of bounds. Let's see. Does it show any replays though? Oh, here's some. Okay. Can I do this? Yes. Okay. Boom, boom, bang, boom. Oh, why did this happen again? There. Yeah.
Didn't have a look at three. Gave it up to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker to Edwards. Edwards. Step back three. Cash!
See, I'm kind of a sicko because when this stuff that happens, I go back and watch it over and over and over again and look at every single person in the crowd's reaction, every single person on the bench's reaction. So yeah, let's see. Where are these replays here?
With under 5 minutes to go, a furious rally. And Minnesota comes away with the win.
Just a big-time effort by Minnesota. Houston was beating them in every way possible, and they just never quit.
Yeah,
Hit at 18, was stuck on 18, but ends up and made some big shots, and none bigger than this one right here.
Wow,
I mean, that's like the shot he made
though.
in Sacramento earlier in the season.
Looks like his heel was so close.
Almost the exact same spot.
Yeah, same spot on the floor.
An unreal hoop. 24 points for Anthony Edwards.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty awesome. Well, cool. Awesome. Anyways, I was going to talk about the schedule. So this is a fantastic win because we have a really tough schedule coming up. Oh, nice. Phoenix lost again too. Or they just won the other day, but they lost. That's good. Now on Sunday, Eric, I watched all that. Yeah, exactly. I have to see the reactions of fans, of players, of everybody. Pretty awesome. So that was cool, Mark. Shout out Mark for the analytics here. But yes, our schedule upcoming. Sunday, we play the Spurs. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm available Sunday. I might be available Sunday. We'll see. Tune into the Discord. May or may not be ready. Then Tuesday, we play OKC. I'll try to make sure that I'm available for that. I think I am a little busy, but I should be able to see most, if not all, the game. But it's OKC. So both of those games already are kind of difficult. Now, the Spurs game is at home, so that's good. But OKC is going to be so tricky. OKC is really good right now. But who knows? It would be really, really fascinating to beat them. And then we play, so the next three games, the Spurs with Wemby, who's like unstoppable right now. Then we play OKC, who's just in general unstoppable right now. And then on Thursday, we play the Celtics, who, I mean, they're the Celtics. They just won. And then we play the Pistons on Saturday, and the Pistons are no joke. We're watching the Pistons because we want them to win a lot of games. That's kind of a win-win for us. If we lose, that's okay. I'm definitely okay with them winning against us because we want them to have a good record so that we get their pick, because that's part of the Randle trade too. But then the week after, it gets a little easier. The Clippers, which we always play well against, however, Kawhi just said something about possibly being back. The Pelicans have been playing really bad. Magic, I'm not trying to say that that's an easy game. We should not slouch on the Magic because they can kill us, and they honestly do a lot of the time. And then we play Memphis, so that's kind of fun. And then Wizards. We've got some winnable games coming up after the next three. And honestly, I would have told you, if I had to guess, we're probably losing this game tonight before we played. I would have said that because the Rockets are playing well. I'm not trying to say that they're like an amazing team, but I think that they're more put together right now and a little bit more cohesive than we are. And they've just been winning, and it's an away game for us. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting. I mean, if the next three games out of the Spurs, OKC, and and Boston. If we win 2 of those games, I don't care. I don't care what we do. I mean, I don't want to go like 0-5 the next games, but like if we can win 2 of the 3 games, that's huge. I don't care who they're against. I don't care if we lose against OKC. I don't care if we lose against Boston. I don't care if we lose against the Spurs. But if we win 2 of those games, I will accept that and I'll be very happy. Because where does this put us in the standings right now? Still a little too early to look at standings, but we're going to do it anyways. So we are now 16 and 14. And we are in, well, let's see, because I think one team just lost. I think the Nuggets just lost. So I think we're tied with the Nuggets, right? Where are the Nuggets? I don't even see them on here. Oh, yeah, they just lost to Cavs. Wow, 149 to 135. So we're tied with them. I think we should be tied with them, unless that record already updated. Either way, we're 8th in the West. We're currently 3.5 games back of being the 4 seed. I mean, yeah. And Tycoon, just keep winning. Just keep doing it. They don't need to be worrying about standings at all right now. They just need to keep winning because realistically, we're so close. And if you really want to look at it, I keep talking about the 4 seed, but like we're a game behind the 5 seed. So like the Lakers are in 5th right now with a 17 and 13 record, and we're 16 and 14. I mean, we're very close. Okay. So yeah, winning does solve anything, and nobody likes a loser. All true statements. Cool. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. My nose is clogged, as you can hear. And it's already been over an hour. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for surviving that game. That's crazy. Fun game. Sort of. It was kind of stressful, but got the heart pumping a little bit, so that's fun. And it's a big win. It's a big win. Any win is a big win, but this was good. So super happy about it. All right. Well, if you're new here, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. And if you're not new here, like the stream as well. We're at 43 likes. Would love to see that get to 50 before I hit end stream here. And yeah. So Sunday. That's right. Let me look up one last thing here before I go. Sunday, my schedule. I don't know. I might not be available Sunday, but we'll see. I'm going to try to be available, but I know sometimes weekend games are weird. Some people are busy on the weekends, and Friday nights are typically the best. Also, as I mentioned earlier, Discord, get in it because we're going to be talking about meetup potential, giveaway potential, all that stuff. I promise it's actually happening. It's been a weird year for me outside of streaming, so I've got so many weird things happening. But I appreciate you all. 52 wins is still possible. Intro as the outro. Happy New Year. Although we can say that next week too. We should be able to. But appreciate all the kind words here. 52 wins is still alive, Eric. That's true. Intro as the outro. I will see you guys in the Discord.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the World Championship.